Alright, guys, so we're going back. I'm going to billing her in because I don't know if I have to or not. I think I've returned to the rendezvous point, so I don't think it matters.
I'm not going back to the exchange. I'm going freelance. Come with.
Their deaths will be perfunctory, albeit understandable. Finish here quickly.
Is that... You made it out, obviously. I mean, how, did it go?
You did perfect. I've never worked with a better crew.
Good, that's good. Guess you're all set now. Hey, we did a lot for you, you know. Just because Kanjin's gone doesn't mean you don't owe us.
Head to the nearest Imperial outpost. Tell them that Cypher 9 authorized your payment and safe transport off Belsavis.
Wait, what?
Already your decisions begin to expose you. Our partnership will not be a lengthy one.
Personally, I didn't mind hiring those two because one wanted to go freelancing and eliminate themselves from the I don't know if they want us to talk to these guys first.
You wanted something, Vector?
We do not neglect our duties. We are Dawn Herald. We do this for the Nest. Agent, we've had another request from Fulner Eth, our ally inside the diplomatic service. We need to take a short leave.
We can spare you for a little while. What does Fulner want this time?
Fulner's stock is rising, but he needs further acclaim before he can push for a Killik Imperial alliance. He's asked us to visit a former Republic governor named Yogana Thanoth and win his cooperation by turning him into a joiner.
He joins the Nest, you learn everything he knows, and share it with the Empire. You can't blame Fulner for asking.
We'd hoped Fulner wanted us for our diplomatic skills, not for this. The joining should be a gift, but we will find a way.
Whatever you decide, I'll back you. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're back. Did you find your man?
We spoke to the Republic governor. If you'll join us, we'll report the details to Fulner Eth.
I'm predicting we just got a Republic client join.
My friends, it's been too long.
Fulner, we assume you've heard from Thanoth.
He contacted me from an Imperial transport. Apparently we promised to work with him. Not what I requested, but the service can make do.
There was no need to make him a joiner when he was amenable to discussion.
Your reputation in the diplomatic service is secure. Now, about our request.
You kept your promise. Thanoth's assistance resulted in my promotion. I will keep my promise to you. Some important people are waiting, Vector. They're very interested in a potential Killik alliance.
You arranged this?
As soon as I knew we could work together. Check the data I'm streaming to your main console.
Thank you, Fulner. Excuse us a moment, Agent.
It's It's like talking to a bug wearing a man's skin. I don't know how you stand it.
He's a brave man and a loyal Imperial.
You can't be serious. Those creatures are anathema to everything the Empire stands for. There's no place for great men in a hive mind. Only animal instinct. I'll be relieved when you people finish this scheme and get rid of the colony for good.
Agent, they listened. They don't understand yet, but they listened. The diplomatic service has requested my aid and wants to initiate relations with the colony.
Congratulations, Vector. You might get your alliance after all.
We're a long way from that, but we can hope. We thank you, Agent. As a friend, and as Dawn Herald, we've begun something good.
Oh, come on. Now we got another one.
We received a small gift from the diplomatic service in appreciation of our work with the Killiks. A package of wine, meat, and breadfruit, all imported from the colony worlds. Not inexpensive, and a bit extravagant during wartime.
The diplomatic service must be happy with you. Maybe you'll get your Killik treaty after all.
Maybe, but we'd rather they treated us as one of their own, not as a foreigner to be won over. In the meantime, you're welcome to help yourself. We may as well enjoy the taste of progress.
I don't know what the point of that one was, but okay. Yeah, we can sell this. I really don't think there's any use of keeping ammo around. We could put this one away. We'll keep these around. I know as soon as I do that one, we'll get a bunch more pop-ups. I found out this is just no more than just daily missions, so they realize that according to the storyline, you ought to complete them all. So daily missions are kind of worthless.
How can I help you, Ensign?
I have a purely professional question for you, sir, if you don't mind my asking. When you lie to a woman over the course of a mission, make her think you're interested, does it bother you?
Any reason you're professionally interested?
Don't mistake me, I've been involved with plenty of the wrong men, but going in there was always the chance they'd work out. I don't know how I'd handle living one life in the field and another back at home. It must be exhausting.
Sometimes it's best to live in the moment. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Spoken like a true hedonist. So I should abandon my dreams of romance?
That's a question we should talk about over dinner sometime. What do you say?
That sounds lovely. For the record, we'd be defying all sorts of military protocols, and I won't be held responsible.
We'll just have to risk our careers.
Understood, sir. Then we have a lot to look forward to.
What's going on, Ensign?
Sir, Dr. Loken's been filling in the gaps in my education. He has quite a few stories. Here's what puzzles me. I've always been taught to respect the chain of command, and yet you... How does anyone control a field agent?
You're really perturbed by this. Are you that used to pure obedience?
Yes, I am, and I don't think that's a bad thing. The Empire expects its operatives to make command decisions from the front line. That doesn't work.
Eventually, you stop relying on your handbook, and you put the good of the Empire first.
I was hoping for something more concrete. Maybe a numbered list? I don't want to do wrong, sir. My father ignored an edict from the Sith, and instead of facing his punishment, he ran. I won't repeat his mistake. Accidentally.
What did your father do that was so terrible?
I'd rather not discuss it. Refusing to do his duty was enough. I'll stop troubling you about this. Back to the job, then.
Ah,
This is Cypher 9 to headquarters. Stand by for databank upload.
Watcher 3 here, standing by.
I have no loyalty to my former masters, and I will transmit my information, but the result will not save you. They planted me in Belsavis as a guardian, not as a collector of their secrets.
The man in the Colto tank said your databanks would lead us to the enemy. Maybe you don't realize what you have.
I'm receiving, sir. The data formatting is unusual, but I found a log. Visitations to the Mega Security Ward. Technology inventories. Not much on its own, but it could be a way to verify or disprove anything else we've learned.
Cypher, something hit us from the docking bay.
I shall observe your investigation with interest.
Cute. Go to your ship's airlock on Belsavis. I guess we just... guess this might be sure. Not exactly sure.
I am Pashon Cortez, scion of House Cortez and heir to Baron Payer, sword of the castle lands of Alderaan.
Pashon?
I seek vengeance. You are responsible for my house's ruin. You, who pretended to be our ally.
You came a long way to fail so miserably.
Wait. Give us a moment. Pashon, we knew your house. What happened was a tragedy, but your mother betrayed the Empire. Your father took responsibility.
I won't hear about noble obligation from a joiner. You almost got away, but a friend told me how to find you. Now you die.
Increasing combat pheromones.
Your crimes are many, and your victims are gathering. We know your name, and we will come.
Isn't that sweet?
Sir, Scanner's picked up blaster fire. Is everything all right?
Run a security sweep as a precaution, but I think the danger is past.
I'm terribly sorry about this. I should have stationed someone in your hangar.
Shallow breathing.
Anything in particular you want done with him?
Dispose of him.
Yes, sir. Clean this up and move out.
The best spy I ever knew lost his anonymity at his daughter's wedding. A holocam caught him by accident. He was dead a week later. We counted 42 suspects. We'd better find your enemies soon.
Sometimes you have to eliminate people. Especially ones that just did combat. You'll probably lead to more revenge though in the future. Okay, so you know what I could do? Just don't know why the heck they did that. So why is she like the very fast travel between me and the city? Okay, now let's actually use the ship's hollow terminal.
I applied a fresh coat of paint to your quarters. Same color, of course.
Oh, Cypher. Station security reported what happened. The conspirators know who you are. They must have your full record. And they're recruiting your enemies.
People I've already beaten are the least of my worries.
Maybe. We'll try to run damage control, but Hold on. Transferring you to Keeper.
Apologies for the interruption, but we have a new lead. Watchers 6, 7, and 9 have been searching HoloNet records for conspirator activity. 3 billion lines of communication routing sequences and credit transfer verifications. They found traces of a holoconference held 6 months ago between Hunter and parties unknown.
Could he have been reporting to his superiors?
That is my hope. Unfortunately, this is only a record of the call, not the call itself. Even the Empire can't store every bit of data that crosses the HoloNet. A HoloNet archive does exist, however. The Titan Rings, a massive self-maintaining repository of all galactic communications.
What are the Titan Rings exactly?
About a century ago, an entrepreneur cyberformed the Titan IV moon into an enormous databank designed to listen and record. It was operated by droids and protected by mercenary contract. Like all archives, it ran out of space. Thus, the Titan Rings, a fleet of wrecked starships salvaged for the purpose of data storage. They orbit the moon, still recording, still protected by the mercenaries.
Setting course for the Titan Rings now.
The conspirators' recording is located in Archive Node 803A, a derelict Imperial transport ruined in the Battle of Druckenwell. Watchers 6, 7, and 9 will guide you once you're aboard. I want that conference record.
Oh my god, we have a lot of crap to go over. Correlations, I don't understand these things. Okay, so...
You know, sir, the Chiss Defense Force has a term for when a subordinate is entangled with his or her superior officer. It's considered an honorable and tragic state. If discovered, the lower-ranking officer is encouraged to go out in a blaze of glory.
You're not with the Defense Force anymore, and I'd rather you not martyr yourself.
I was so hoping you'd say that. Of course, according to Imperial naval tradition, a captain is expected to dine with his closest associates, male or female, once a month. It's a show of loyalty.
Ensign, it would be my pleasure if you joined me for a meal.
I'd enjoy that very much. I won't rush you, but somewhere planetside would be nice. Oh, there is one other thing, sir, and I don't mean to pry, but there won't be any trouble between you and Kaleo, correct? I'm just not entirely clear on your relationship.
I care about Kaleo, but we weren't meant to be. You and I, though. Maybe we have a chance.
I'd like that. You need to break it to her, though.
I'm not stupid, Agent. You want the kid? Have a good time. Just don't come crawling back when she hits her limit.
Is everything all right?
Kaleo's tough. She won't be happy, but she'll get over it.
I'm sure she will. I'll give her some space.
Ah, well. I guess that's where you get to pick the decision, though, but...
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Forgive me, but as your sole medical officer, I have to point out that your eating habits have been less than satisfactory lately.
Now, I'll take my share of the blame. I've been preoccupied making calls, catching up on what I've missed in the intelligence community. Still, the fact that people are trying to kill me does not excuse my neglect of your health.
I appreciate your concern, but you've done a fine job.
Says the child to the unstrict parent. But regarding my search, I do have some small amount of news. I've identified one of the assassins as an operative for Colonel Langor, a man with ties to the Imperial Science Bureau. The Bureau is also the likely origin of the other dead men whose genetic structure had been mutated. Weaponized humans.
What do you mean, weaponized humans? What's the Science Bureau doing?
Military research is the Bureau's purpose. Making humans stronger, faster, is one approach.
Which reminds me, I'd like your permission to run some tests on Master Vector. I'm rather curious about a joiner's physiology, and Vector is keen to learn more about himself.
If it won't cause harm, I don't have any objections.
Wonderful. I'll let him know the good news. And of course, I'll keep you apprised.
As long as he allows it, in theory, but...
You wanted to speak?
Avikaro vivida la kota tabare kavavamam avigia alagaba vivigana abakota ave kini chatur lordo jivi
People like...
agale samaye amafurina samanol tajitadaran.
This isn't about...
Nubagami apaxio tranosvat.
Okay, that's a little irritating to listen to that, but alright.
I have completed analysis of my restraining codes. Although I cannot leave or cause you direct harm, I'm under no obligation to obey your commands.
You may be stuck with me, but we don't have to be enemies.
Then you may aid my core functionality. I intend to proceed with my heuristic directive of self-improvement and intelligence upgrades. Cooperate willingly, and I may spare you pain when I am free.
You're ambitious. But you're still a droid. I can take you apart and sell the scrap.
I welcome your attempt. My self-preservation algorithms cannot be overridden.
I'm not letting you get into my brain again. I've already done that twice here.
What do you have for me?
Encouraging news. Watch.
Don Harold, forgive the message, but our emissaries were out of reach and we couldn't wait to link with you. Imperial scout ships entered colony space and made contact yesterday. We traded in Membrosia, silk, and star maps. We could smell the men's fright, but they left in peace. Perhaps you were right after all.
A long way from a signed treaty, but it's a start.
You and that joiner seem to get along.
Dazana is a nestmate, and we find her insight illuminating. We're in touch with the diplomatic service as well. There's still resistance, but we're progressing. Killiks and Imperials may share space in our lifetime.